Solving a system of equations. A system of equations has two variables and two equations. First, look at x1 and you see 3 is the smaller number. That should say number. Okay, 3 is the smaller number. Okay, between 3 and 4. 3 times a whole number does not equal 4, so we can't easily eliminate x1. Now let's look at x2. The smaller number is 6, and 6 times 2 equals 12. So we can easily eliminate x2. Okay, so the bigger number stays, okay, which is the 12x2. So 12x2 stays. What cancels with 12? Negative 12. Okay, so what can we multiply the 6x2 by to get negative 12? And that is negative 2. Okay, so we're going to multiply that first equation by negative 2. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Negative 2 times 15 is negative 30. Okay, rewrite the second equation and then add them together. The whole point of multiplying that first equation by negative 2 was to get negative 12 to cancel with the positive 12. Okay, so we get negative 2x1 equals negative 2. Divide, and we get x1 equals 1. Now plug in x1 equals 1 in any equation. I suggest rewriting that equation. So we get 3x1 plus 6x2 equals 15. We're replacing 1 with x1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract 3 on both sides. 6x2 equals 12. Divide by 6, x2 equals 2. Okay, now we rewrite it as a point, x1, x2. x1 was 1, x2 is 2. Example 2, for x1, 3 is the smaller number, but 3 times a whole number doesn't equal 4. For x2, 2 is the smaller number. 2 times a whole number doesn't equal 5. So what will we have to do for this? We must multiply both equations. To eliminate x1, we're going to multiply by the other number. Okay, so whatever's in front of x1 in the other equation, that's what you multiply by. But one of them has to be positive and one of them has to be negative in order for it to cancel. Okay, so if I multiply the first one by 4, because the other equation has 4 in front of x1, multiply the second equation by negative 3. The first equation has 3, so we're multiplying by the opposite number in front of x1. But we need one of them to be positive. It does not matter which one. So multiply 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. For the second equation, multiply by negative 3. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Negative 3 times negative 6 is positive 18. Okay, that gives us something that cancels. Negative 12 plus 12, when we add these together, cancels. 8 minus 15 is negative 7x2 equals 18 minus 4 is 14. Divide both sides by negative 7 and we get x2 equals negative 2. Go back and plug into an equation. We're plugging in -2 for x2. 2 times -2 is -4. We would add 4 to get x by itself and divide by 3. We get x1 equals 1. Go back and put it into the point. x1 is 1, x2 is -2. And that is the end of this lesson.